Hi, my name is David. This is INFJ Writer, and today I want to talk about writing in movies. Not writing movies, but movies about writing or writers. Right. So this is something that's kind of been on my mind lately, just as I've been watching some different movies, and I recently saw Throw Mama from the Train, and which then inspired my sign, of course, which is to me, it's one of the all-time classic movies about writing or writers. I'm not too much of a movie buff when it comes to films like this, that explore writing and stuff like that, because they tend to be really melodramatic, and somebody's doing the great American novel, etc., etc. And honestly, I just want to see cool movies like Point Break. So I decided to look into this some because I know there's a lot of movies that I haven't seen that are about writing, and I came across a list. I think it was Ranker that had them on there, and it was the top 10 movies. Actually, it was like top 400 or whatever, but top 10 movies about writing. And I thought I'd go down the list and see if I've actually seen any of these and what my thoughts are on them. So the first one on their list was Midnight in Paris. I know it's a Woody Allen movie, and I've never seen it, and I don't honestly care for Woody Allen all that much. So no, I wouldn't agree with that as number one. But I've never seen it, so there's that. There was a Woody Allen movie that was relatively recent that I really liked, and I forget exactly what it was called, but it was about tennis. I want to say it was like Match Point, Breakpoint, tennis something, tennis racket. I don't know. But it was a really good movie. It had Scarlett Johansson in it and Jonathan Rhys Meyers Davies. I know there's two guys and they have the same name, and one of them was in Indiana Jones and one does not look like that. And so I'm not really sure which one was in it, but it was a great movie. Number 2 on their list, Dead Poets Society. Amazing movie, great acting, great everything, but man, it's freaking depressing. And so I just don't like to watch it because of that. Number 3 on their list, The Shining. Kind of hard to argue with that one, and I think as writers we've all at one point or another felt like Jack, going completely and totally insane and just writing the same line over and over again, but with different indents and different quotes and stuff like that around it. But boy, for a writing movie, I mean, the whole purpose of them going to the hotel, I'm pretty sure, was for him to finish the damn book, and boy, I can really get with that feeling. I mean, not in such a way that I'm going to go crazy and murder people, but I understand where he's coming from. Number 4 on their list, Misery. I don't like the movie because it just kind of freaks me out. And it's the scene with where she's got the thing and there's the wood and he's there. I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen it, but it's just really creepy. So yeah, I'm good. Not my favorite. But I mean, I get it. For a movie about writing, it's kind of, it's kind of extreme, but it's pretty cool. 5th on their list is Capote. I've never seen it. I know what it's about and everything like that, but it's one of those that hasn't been on my radar. It's probably one that I should check out. I'm going to have to mark that one down. Number 6, Finding Forrester. I've never seen it. I don't know. I have nothing about it at all. Perhaps it's one that I should be seeing. 7, Stranger Than Fiction. Never saw it. 8, Almost Famous. Never saw it. Number 9, Kill Your Darlings. I think it's just on this list because it has Daniel Radcliffe in it, but I've never seen it. Number 10, Barton Fink. I know it has John Goodman in it. To be honest, I mean, The Big Lebowski is like his greatest movie ever. So I don't know. Is it better than that? It's about writing, so I guess it's got to be on this list somehow. But I've never seen it. Maybe it's one that I should check out as well. If it's anything like Big Lebowski, then sure, I'll check that out. So either I'm really not into movies about writing, maybe I'd just rather sit here and write, or these are just ridiculous ones for a top 10 list. I really don't know. So my top 3 for ones that I actually have seen and really enjoy. First, Throw Mama from the Train. I just think it's hysterical. Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito are perfect in the movie. It captures the insanity of writing when he's, the night was moist and all that kind of stuff. Dive, said the captain, into the thing. It does, hidden in its humor, it has a lot of lessons about writing. One of the things that I've been doing in my own work recently is a lot of research on the effects of a poison on the human body. And it's that kind of thing. Like, I could just say he had the poison and it hurt and he died. But it's much better to do the research and understand. And so that lesson in Throw Mama from the Train is one that hits home for me, as well as plenty others, like, don't murder people and crisscross and all that kind of stuff. But it is a great movie. It's hysterical. I do think it's kind of underrated as a comedy film because it's pretty awesome. Number 2 on my list would be Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. All right, so it's a stretch to call this about writing. I know the whole Raoul Duke thing and Hunter S. Thompson, and there's all sorts of, there's a whole lore around that man. But the movie itself it's funny. It is about writing, and I think it's just kind of awesome all the way around. And plus, the narration, Johnny Depp was perfect in the movie. The way he narrates all the way on through when they're doing these ridiculous things, it's just a wild ride, and I love the movie for it. Third on my list would be The Shining. Like I said before, I mean, what writer hasn't had a couple of moments, just like Jack has, where you're just, everything is falling apart and you can't seem to get anything done and you're feeling like a fraud. I mean, he had a stack of paper this high where he was typing and typing and typing and it just all said the same thing over and over and over again. Believe me, I get it. I'll list 2 more as my honorable mentions. The first of which is In the Mouth of Madness. I think it's an old John Carpenter movie, and it was the first in a series of 3 that he did that were very similar. It's the only one of those that I've seen. And In the Mouth of Madness is really Lovecraftian, and it's part of the reason I actually really like the movie. It's so super dated, and it's really just kind of, if you watch it now, you're like, man, this is pure cheese as a horror movie. But it really is kind of a cool mood that they've set, and so very much inspired by Lovecraft, and they really just nailed the mood of it, where it's just that umbrella of insanity that's around everything, that's going on for the main character. So pretty awesome movie if you haven't seen it and you enjoy writing movies and you like a little bit of horror. And another honorable mention would be As Good as It Gets. Not my favorite movie ever. I do really appreciate the thing with the way he gets the dog to like him with the bacon and the whole thing. But it is about writing. It has some classic lines in it. It has another classic performance. And so it's just a good overall movie. It's probably not for everybody. I don't know if it could get made today, just because of some of the things that are said in the movie and the overall tone of it. But it's for a writing movie, it's actually really quite good. That's it for today. Do me a favor. If you know of some writing movies that you think another writer should never ever miss, maybe it's one of the ones that's on the top 10 of that list that I read off, please, pretty please, let me know in the comments, because I'm curious and I want to see some of these, and hopefully they're good. You get my flavor. My flavor is Throw Mama from the Train. So if you know of anything that's quite like that, maybe it's worth a viewing. Just let me know. And also hit subscribe down there and hit that little bell thing down there. I don't know. It's what all the cool kids are saying. Hit the bell. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.